won't believe it, but today, after years of courtroom twists, cult-like claims, and heartbreaking tragedies, the chilling case of Vallow Daybell is finally closing another chapter. This woman, once a suburban mom, is now one of the most notorious figures in recent true crime history. Her sentencing today in Arizona marks the end of a legal storm that has shocked the country and made headlines coast to coast. We're talking about murder conspiracies, doomsday beliefs, and a tangled web of family betrayal. So how did Lori go from mom to murderer? And what happened in court today? Stick with us. We're breaking it all down in 5 tight sections, and you don't want to miss a single one. Vallow Daybell, already serving multiple life sentences in Idaho, appeared in court today in Arizona to be sentenced for 2 murder conspiracy charges. Prosecutors say she conspired to kill her estranged husband, Charles Vallow, and her niece's ex-husband, Brandon Boudreaux. She didn't act alone. Her brother, Alex Cox, was allegedly her right-hand man, pulling the trigger in both attacks. Charles was shot and killed back in July 2019, and just months later, Boudreaux narrowly escaped when someone shot at him from a Jeep. Prosecutors say the Jeep was tied directly to Lori and Cox. In both cases, Lori was accused of manipulating those around her, using a twisted mix of spiritual beliefs and personal motives, including money and love. Charles Vallow's killing was the first major turning point. He had filed for divorce, telling police Lori had gone off the deep end, talking about past lives, evil spirits, and celestial transformations. He even warned that she might kill him. On the day he died, Charles showed up at Lori's home to pick up their son. What happened next was chaos. Lori's daughter, Tylee Ryan, grabbed a bat during a heated argument. Then Alex Cox intervened and shot Charles, claiming self-defense. But that story quickly started to unravel. Investigators later found that Lori and Cox waited over 40 minutes before calling 911. Lori's other brother, Adam Cox, told the court that Lori believed Charles had been possessed by a zombie. He even tried to hold a family intervention days before the murder, hoping to bring her back to reality. Months later, another terrifying event unfolded. Someone fired a shot at Brandon Boudreaux as he arrived home, and police say it was again Alex Cox, this time using Lori's Jeep. Boudreaux had recently split from Lori's niece, Melanie Pawlowski, who prosecutors say was heavily influenced by Lori's bizarre beliefs. Melanie had even talked about prepping for the end of the world. Lori and Cox allegedly used a burner phone to coordinate the attack and tried to create a false alibi. In court, Brandon said he feared for his life and went into hiding with his kids. The failed murder attempt added another disturbing layer to Lori's growing list of alleged crimes, showing just how far she and her brother were willing to go in service of their twisted agenda. Unlike her trial in Idaho, Lori represented herself in the Arizona cases, and it showed. She struggled with basic legal procedures, tried to remove the judge, and even claimed illness during jury selection. Despite all that, both juries found her guilty. Today, prosecutors asked for the maximum penalty, life in prison for each conspiracy conviction. Lori, dressed in an orange jail jumpsuit, listened as family members like Kay Woodcock gave emotional impact statements. And with this Arizona sentencing, Lori will now be returned to Idaho